Good morning, students. So in the previous lecture, we have seen the basic crystal structure and the coordination number, which is atoms which are nearby and equidistant. That is a closed and equidistant. And we have seen how to calculate the coordination number for a simple cube. That's a 6, and a body-centered cube. It's a 8, and a face-centered cube. It's a 12. And for a hexagon closed packet, it's a 12. So all these things are required to calculate the atomic packing factor, which we are going to take it up in the coming slides. Okay, so you need to know how exactly we can calculate the coordination number. It is the equidistant and closest atoms to a particular atom. So second thing, what we said, the effective number of atoms. Effective number of atoms is something like if you take a cube, what we said, there are 8 atoms at the corner, but 8 atoms doesn't belong to that unit cell. Okay, a corner atom is shared by 8 unit cells, means a atom is cut into 8 parts and distributed to the each unit cell. So we'll say like 8 into 1 by 8. So that is what we have seen it in a simple cube. That is 8 into 1 by 8. No face centered, no body centered. So it is a 1. So we have seen how exactly it is visible here. Okay. The same thing we have seen it for a body centered cube, where same 8 atoms, that is 8 into 1 by 8, and 1 at the body centered, okay, which is not shared by any of the unit cell. So it will be equal to 2. So 8 into 1 by 8, 1, and 1 at the body centered, so it's a 2. And for a face centered, it's a 8 into 1 by 8, and at each phase, that is at each phase, 6 phases, there are 6 atoms which are shared by 2 unit cells. So 6 into 1 by 2, that's a 3. Okay, total it will be 4. Means so when there is a one more unit cell adjacent to this one, so it is shared by a 2 unit cell. And hexagon closed packet, we said, so it's a simple one. There are 2 atoms here and here, okay, at the 2 faces, which are shared by 2 unit cells, so 2 into 1 by 2. And there are 3 atoms at the center, so they are independent, not shared by any of the unit cells. So then at each corner there are 6 plus 6, that is 12 atoms which are shared by 6 unit cells. So it will be equal to 2. So totally 2 plus 1 plus 3, you are going to get a 6 atoms. So this is the one more thing which we need to note down for calculation of a APF. Okay. So just to move on, so this is a very important one. So atomic packing factor we say. Okay. So if you take any cube, okay, a simple box, if you're going to fill a balls into that one, a small diameter balls into that one, okay. So say for example you filled the balls throughout the box, and now when you say in general, you say it is filled, but when you're going to put a water into that one, okay, again water is get filled in between the spaces between the balls, means there is a still space, even though we say the balls are filled with the, sorry, the box is filled with the balls. Okay, so that is what here we say atomic packing factor. Okay, means so how much closely a unit cell is packed. Okay, so that how exactly we can define is in a words the volume of atoms within the unit cell divided by a volume of a unit cell. Okay, so it is a ratio of volume of atoms divided by volume of a unit cell. Okay, so when it comes to the volume of a unit cell, so we know if it is a cube, it's just a cube. Okay, so a into a into a. So what is a? A is nothing but a distance between two atoms. Okay, that is what we say, it's a lattice parameter. Okay. So what is the volume of atoms? Volume of atoms is nothing but a number of atoms into volume of each atom. Okay. So number of atoms is nothing but a effective number. It is not simply number. As we have discussed in the previous slide, effective number of atoms for a simple cube is nothing but it's not a 8, it's a 1. It's a 1 by 8 into 8 is equal to 1. So here we are going to get a 1. So if it is a body centered, here we are going to get a 2. That is a 1 by 8 into 8 plus 1 at the body center. Okay. So like that for FCC it will be 4, and for a HCP it will be 6, like that. So the number of atoms will keep on changing depending upon the crystal structure and volume of each atom. Okay, so normally what we say, you might have maybe heard in the PUC where we assume the atom as a spherical one. Okay, the volume of a sphere is a 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, so here it depends on the numbers. Okay, depending upon the crystal structure. Depending upon the crystal structure. So here the volume of a atom is a 4 by 3. So pi r cube, that we'll see. And volume of a unit cell is a cube. A cube. So what is the a cube? So as I said, if you consider a simple cube like this, a simple cube just like this. Okay, so this length from ear to ear is a. Okay, so from ear to ear it's a, and from ear to ear it's a. So all the sides are equal. So the volume of the unit cell will be a cube, a into a into a. So if you remember this one, then the things will be very easy. Okay, so that's how exactly we can see the number of atoms into the volume of each atom divided by volume of a unit cell. So how we can write, as already I said, so n APF is equal to n, that is number of atoms, V atom, that is the volume of atom, divided by V of a unit cell. So here I have taken example for a simple cube where n of atoms for a simple cube is a 1. Okay, so V of atom is a 4 by 3 pi r cube, and volume of a unit cell is nothing but a cube. Okay, this is a general. So you can remember this formula or the formula which you have discussed. That is it is atomic packing factor is defined as the volume of atoms, that is a total volume of atoms divided by volume of a unit cell, or we can write APF is equal to n suffix atoms, V suffix atoms, and V suffix unit cell, where n atoms is nothing but a number of effective number of atoms. It's not a simple number, it's an effective number of atoms. So V is a volume of atoms, that is a 4 by 3 pi r cube. This will remain same, and V unit cell is a volume of a unit cell. So if it is a cubic crystal, then this also will remain same. Only the variant in this one is n atoms. Okay, so depending upon the crystal structure, the effective number of atoms will change. Okay, so now the second thing is, so you might have observed here we have 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, and here we had a cube. Okay, so r is a different and a is a different, but here we need to convert either one of the term into the in other term. Say for example, if I have a r here, then here also I should have a in terms of a r, or else you can convert this r in terms of a. So how we'll see here. Okay, so for a simple cube, if I take a simple cube, so we said this is a. Okay, and so when I say this is a, the same height can be written as 2r, because so you can see it here. So from year to year, from year to year it's an r, and from year to year again it's an r. So we can write so whole thing is a, that will be equal to it's a 2r. Okay, r else you can write, if you need a r will be equal to a by 2. Okay, Or if you want a in terms of r, you can write a is equal to 2r. Or if you want r in terms of a, you can write r is equal to a by 2. That is what I was telling here, this one. Okay. So here, so v of unit cell is nothing but, I said it's a cube. Okay. So in place of a, we have substituted 2r. It's a 2r whole cube. Okay. So here it's a r cube. So now if you take this r cube, it will come out. So r cube will gets cancelled. And if you calculate the remaining 4 by 3 pi divided by 8, so that will be pi by 6, that will be equal to 0.5236. Means the atomic packing factor for a simple cube is 0.5236. Means if you subtract this one with the minus 1, that is 0.5, 2. Okay, remaining it will be 0.48. Means inside a simple cube you can find still there is a space which is empty, that is a 48 percentage. If you talk in a percentage, so the atomic packing factor for a simple cube is a 52%, and the void or the free space which is present inside the simple cube is a point, that is a 48% or a 0.48. Okay. Okay, so that's how exactly we can calculate the atomic packing factor for a simple cube. So what and all you need to remember? So now first thing is you need to say, okay, what is the atomic packing factor? So what is atomic packing factor? So atomic packing factor is defined as the volume of atoms divided by volume of a unit cell. Okay, so volume of atoms can be written as a number of atoms into volume of atom divided by volume of a unit cell. The number of atoms is nothing but a effective number. Effective number for a simple cube can be calculated using this, where we say there are 8 atoms which are shared by 8 unit cell, 8 into 1 by 8. So you are going to get a 1 here. So volume of atoms is nothing but a 4 by 3 pi r cube, and volume of unit cell. So initially we wrote it's a cube. Okay. So a can be written here. Okay, a can be written, a is equal to 2r. It's a 2r. So we have substituted a as a 2r and 2r whole cube. Okay, so you're going to get a pi by 6, that is nothing but a 0.52. So if you say in a percentage, it's a 52 percentage. It's a 52 percentage. So remaining 48 percentage is a void or a free space. Means still you can fill the atoms which are smaller than that one with a 48 percentage. So you are going to get this calculation or derivation for a 6 to 8 marks in the exam. Okay. So that's about the simple cube. And if you move on, so this is one more way where you can visualize how we can write a is equal to 2r. Okay, this is a front view where 4 atoms are arranged, and from here to here it's a, so that is nothing but a 2r, that we are going to substitute here. Okay. So if you take now the second thing is a BCC, that's a body centered cubic. So now to calculate the body centered cubic, so how they will ask, define APF, that is a define atomic packing factor, and derive an expression for or calculate the APF, that is a atomic packing factor for a body centered cube. So first thing you need to write what is the atomic packing factor. So what is atomic packing factor? Once again, so volume of atoms divided by volume of a unit cell, or else how we can write APF is equal to number of atoms into volume of each atom divided by volume of a unit cell. Okay. So here what is the effective number of atoms? It is nothing but a 2. So 1 by 8 into 8 plus 1 at the body centered. Okay. So how we can write it's a 2. Okay. So it's a 2, that is the number of atoms, and 4 by 3 pi r cube. So this is nothing but a volume of a atom, and volume of a unit cell is nothing but a cube. Okay. So this will remain same, only the number of atoms will change here. Okay. So next, So how exactly it is visible here now? Okay, so in order to express A in terms of R, so how exactly we are going to consider here? So listen carefully. So now, so this is RA. Okay, so this is A. Okay, so this is also A, and this is also A. This is also A. Okay, and similarly it's a cube, so we are going to have 6 faces like this, a one square box. Okay, and if you take an example of this one, bottom one, ear to ear and to ear like this, so this is something like a right angle triangle like this. Okay, so this is A and this is also A. So when this one is A, so applying a Pythagoras theorem, so this will be our root 2A. Okay, root 2A. Okay, so that is what we have written here, root 2A. So what is that one? That is this diagonal. Okay, by applying the Pythagoras theorem, you can find out root 2A. Okay, so now once you take a here, okay, okay, so this is what root 2A. So means now, so we have calculated this diagonal and we have put it here. Okay, so this is our root 2A, and this A is corresponding to this one. So this is our A. So we have written here it's a A. So now this line, okay, whatever they have showed it here as a 4R, so that is nothing but this line. Okay, that is the line which is passing through the close packed. Okay, so you can see from this corner to this corner it passes through the 3 atoms. Okay, so again here, so instead of this one, okay, so before taking this one, if you take, say, this is our x, so once you write again the Pythagoras theorem here, okay, so what we can write, so we can write x square will be equal to, okay, so root 2 into A, this is whole square. Okay, so plus A square we can write A square. So once we take out this one, it will be 2A square, okay, plus A square. So it will be 3A square. It will be 3A square. Or if you remove the square root from the x will be equal to root 3 into A, it will be. Okay, so that's how exactly we can get the root 3A here at this position. Okay, by again applying the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so that's how exactly we can get this root 3A. Okay, so root 2A and A. So now once we get this root 3A, so this root 3A is nothing but a 4R from here to here. So 1R here, 2R till here and 1R here. So you can say like, so till here 1R, till here 2R and this is a 3R. Okay, so total R plus 2R plus R, that is a 4R. So it will be equal to 4R is equal to root 3A. R we can write, so R will be equal to root 3A divided by 4. Okay, or else, so A will be equal to what we can write, 4R divided by root 3. Whichever the way you want, you can write. Either you can express R in terms of A or A in terms of R. Okay, so once you do that one, you are going to get 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, and A we have converted into in terms of R. So A is equal to 4R divided by root 3. So 4R divided by root 3. So R cube, if you take it out, R cube will get cancelled, and if you put it in a calculator, so you will get pi root 3 divided by 8, or else you are going to get 68%. Okay, or a 0.68. So means here it is little bit close packed than the simple cube. In the simple cube we got a 52. But here it's a 68, little more dense. Okay, there will be more atoms which are filled than the simple cube. Okay, so if not, just to understand, okay, that's a very important thing in the body centered cube. So just to make a little more clarification, I have just taken that cube here. Okay, so whatever we said, this is A, this is A, and we have calculated this one, that is a root 2A. Okay, that is what is root 2A here. Okay, so then we moved on to this diagonal, this length, and again we consider this root 2A. So this is root 2A, and this is a, okay, and this is what we got, it's a root 3A. Okay, so that root 3A is nothing but a 4R. So we are going to get a is equal to 4R divided by root 3. Why? Because this step is very important. If you forget this one, so then you will stuck up in the calculation. So very important for a 6 marks. Okay, so this is how exactly we have calculated the, okay, we'll just go through that one. So next one, it's a face centered cubic crystal structure. Okay, so again, to calculate the APF, first thing you need to define what is the APF. Okay, so I will write that one with the number of atoms into volume of each atom divided by volume of a unit cell. Then what are the number of atoms here? That's the effective number. So effective number is 8 into 1 by 8. Okay, so we'll write 8 into 1 by 8. Okay, plus, so there are 6 atoms at each face which are shared by 2 unit cells. That's a 1 by 2. So you will get a 1 year and a 3 year. So you are going to get total 4 year. Okay, so that's how exactly we can calculate the effective number of atoms in a face centered cubic. So 4r by 4 by 3 pi r cube and a cube again will remain same. So now to express a in terms of r, what we can write here is, so if you take any one face, okay, any one face, say for example, so this is the closest packed system like this. If you are going to take a one triangle, right angle triangle, so this is the way, this is the direction in which the atoms are more. So what we can write, that is nothing but a 4r. So this is nothing but a 4r. Okay, so 4r is equal to, so this is a square and this is a square. So if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, so it will be 4r whole square, 4r whole square will be equal to a square plus a square, a square plus a square. Okay, and if you remove this one, so this will be 2a square, that will be root 2 into a. So a square will come out of the square root, it will be a, and root 2a. So that is what we have written it here, root 2a. Okay, so just consider this right angle triangle, that's it. So a square plus a square will be equal to 4r whole square. So 4r will be equal to root 2a. Okay, so either you can express the r in terms of a or a in terms of r. So next, how we got the 4? Already I have told 4 is like this. Okay, 6 into 1 by 2, 8 into 1 by 2. So substitute here. Okay, the same thing here. Okay, so this is how exactly, just to visualize that, 4r will be equal to root. So once you substitute, okay, all a in terms of r, okay, in this APF equation, so you are going to get 0.74. So 0.74 means 74% of the unit cell is filled with the atoms. So remaining 26% is a free space. Okay, so as we have seen in the simple cube, it's a 52 percentage, and in the decentered cube, it's a 68 percentage, and in the FCC, that is a face centered cube, it's a 74%. Means you can see there is a increasing order in the atomic density. Means a simple cube is less dense and a body centered cube is a little more dense, and a face centered cube is more denser than a simple and body centered cubic crystals. Okay, so that's how exactly we can say, like whenever somebody asked, okay, maybe in the competitive exams, out of a simple cube, body centered cube and a face centered cube, which one is having a more atomic factor means it's a FCC, or they may ask directly like what is the atomic packing factor for a FCC or a BCC or a simple cube in the objective type question. Okay.